The Last of Us, episode 5 of season 2. This is a really good episode. It kind of started out like last week's episode, more of Dina and Ellie interacting, just going through the motions. But once it gets a little bit into the episode, I don't want. How do I phrase this? Dina and Ellie's relationship, I don't want to say was one-sided because it's definitely not. They both have chemistry with each other. But in this episode, I definitely feel that chemistry more on Ellie's part than Dina's. Where it's been the opposite. She's finally making some moves and some flirtations that feel more forward than before. Which is not to say she wasn't doing it before. It was definitely there. But I kind of like to see that. And I also like, Ellie finally learning what Joel did. Because this is the thing. Ellie's wanting to kill these people and not understanding what Joel did. Joel, straight up, is not good. What he did was morally wrong and very questionable. And part of it is correct in some instances because, some people made the argument, well, they didn't actually know that cure would have worked. And that is a fair observation. But if you have the opportunity, just a slim chance of saving humanity, that life is automatically worth it in my mind. I understand that's a tough choice to make. I wouldn't want to be in the scenario where I had to make it. I don't know if I would have the courage to say that. That's what makes this show kind of, this world of Last of Us, the games, the games and the show fascinating is like those moral questions. But, just Ellie sitting there, like, she doesn't seem phased. I think it's because she's so blinded by revenge right now and grief. This is like she's in. I kind of read not so much as emotionless, though you could read it that way. I read it on her face as denial, which is one of the stages of grief, because she lost someone close to her, and that maybe that she still hasn't fully processed that. And so I definitely see her being out for blood. But I also see a point where it might finally hit her that no, Joel was not a garbage human being in a lot of ways. He was a very flawed human being, and he was doing things to redeem himself and be better. But he definitely made a lot of mistakes. And when we look at people, we do have to acknowledge the full picture of them because that's how incorrect views of people happen. And so it's just, I don't know, it's a whole thing. I thought this was a very powerful episode that really worked, and we got zombies in it. Every episode of this show has had tons of zombies, except for, I guess, maybe the first one. And that's just really great for all those naysayers who are like, not enough zombies. Which I didn't even feel, honestly. I know some people did. I personally didn't. But I get how watching this season you could be enjoying it a lot more. But then again, some of those naysayers are still complaining about other shit. So nothing ever really makes anybody happy anymore. But it's a good episode. Let me know your thoughts.